welcome back to Entering the Light Fantastic, a channeled message from Beyond the Veil. This is where my friend Marty McCrae channels my son from the other side. My son's name is Robbie. He crossed in 2010. He asked us to do these videos so he could bring in information that will help us cope in this life and to know what it's like on his side. My name's Nancy Myers, and I'm going to bring in my friend Marty. And hi, Marty.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Been a little while since we've done this, but with the holidays and everything going on,
Yeah.
but I'm glad we're back.
Yes, we're back.
We're back.
Yeah. And I just wanted to say happy holidays to everybody and thank you, all of you for watching. It's been really fun doing this and yeah, thank you so much. Lots of really neat comments and positive feedback and just appreciate it a lot.
Yep, and that goes for me too. So thank you, thank you.
Thanks.
And once again, I'd like to tell you that if you would like a reading from Marty, her information will be at the end of the video, along with my information and information on how you can order my book just in time for Christmas.
Yay, yeah, good idea. Shameless self-promoters.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask Marty to go ahead and prepare herself and to get into the trance where Robbie actually comes into her energy field and kind of takes over her speech and body. Sometimes this can take 3 to 5 minutes, so I will edit that time out. So Marty, you just let me know, or Robbie, let me know when you're ready, and we'll start the session. Hello, Robbie.
Hey, Mama. How are you doing? How's it going?
It's going good. Getting ready for Christmas.
Yep, I see that. I heard that.
And I do have to tell you, you probably already know, but everybody is loving your messages. And I just wanted to pass that along. And so thank you for doing this again with us.
Hey, that's really cool. Cool. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah. I mean, I knew that, but yeah, that's really cool.
So sometimes you come in with a topic or an area that you want to talk about, and maybe you have that today.
Yeah. Got
Okay.
a few things. Yeah, a few things we want to talk about.
Okay. Well, before we start, could you please tell us where you're talking from today?
I'm right now. That's what we're doing. We're having a discussion as to where did we want to be, and I chose the beach. And at least that's where we're going to start because, yeah, it's snowy outside the window here, and why not? It's the beach.
Well, you always love the beach.
Yeah, it's my favorite beach, and I'm in the water, and I'm going to be surfing. I mean, I'll stop and chat, but that's where I am. I'm in the water now, just standing in the water. It's pretty cool.
And who else is with you?
I've got Marty's guide here. Her name's Diana. And I've got a whole bunch of your relatives.
My relatives.
Our ancestors. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Oh, be darn. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, ancestors. It's Ancestor Day. Yep.
Oh, okay. Very good. Okay. So, well, here's how we'll do this then. You go ahead and tell me what you want to talk about, and then I'll save a couple of minutes for my questions. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So what is it? Is there a word for the topic of today, Rob?
Oh, yeah. Well, a couple different things, but truth. Truth is the topic that I was sort of discussing with a lot of people over here.
Okay.
And that's the thing, truth, and with the truth comes a side topic of difficult people.
Oh,
And,
okay.
and so I'll explain how it all ties in. So, you know, um, what I personally have noticed is when people are coming over, when people are crossing over into heaven, um, it's like when you're over here, you only see the truth of things, how they are. That's it. I mean, you're seeing everyone's true self, and you're seeing just all the bad things you've done, all the good things you've done. You see nothing but truth. And so it's kind of, I don't know, for me, I really like that because it's really refreshing. Like, oh, yeah, finally, right? I mean, you can really see the truth of things, of who someone really is, of how they really are in the world. I know for me, when I was in the world, it felt like a lot of times you don't get people's true selves. It's really rare to get someone's true self. I mean, I'm guilty. You know, we all put on our masks for different relationships with different people. So, you know, what I've been told to talk about here, and this is a lesson that I'm just learning on the other side, it's like that's why I'm really kind of wanting to talk about this, is because the truth is so related to difficult people. So, like, if you think about it, the most a lot of times the most difficult times you might have with relationships and other people in the human world, in the physical world that you all are in, is when people aren't truthful. And it just kind of what it does is it tears away, it tears literally at the fabric of what you're building between the two of you in a relationship or you know, just talking with people. Let me see how I can put this. It makes more sense. It's
Well, let me interrupt you.
yeah,
Just
go ahead.
two things here, my son. First of
Yeah,
all, you said you were told to talk about this today.
yeah.
Who told you?
Well, I have some guides here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. And the second thing is you're talking when you get over there, you get to see everybody's truth. There's
yeah,
no hiding. There's no masks. But what I think you also are blessed with being able to do is seeing that truth without judgment, right?
yes,
And
yes,
that's what we do here. We judge. You don't. You just say that's you. That okay, that's you.
yeah,
Not good or bad, right?
yeah. No, it's true. That's
And,
true.
and okay, so that I think we have to work on that here.
Right? I mean, the biggest thing to me is like if you could take one lesson from the other side back down to earth, to me, you know, as an attorney, I feel like this is really important. I mean, that's what the justice system gets hung up on. That's what causes problems between people on earth: dishonesty, shame, being afraid to be who you really are.
Mm,
And so when you have, I mean, there's like degrees of it, right? So you have a little bit of shame, or you have a little bit more shame, or you're full on just like, no, that's not who I am. You know, when you're pretending to be someone else all the time, you think about the energy that that wastes.
mm-hmm,
Think about um, the the chaos is the word that I'm looking for. The chaos that that creates in relationships when you're not honest with yourself, when you're not being honest with others. Um, I can't emphasize that enough. Is like if people could take that and not be afraid to be totally honest with who they really are, good and bad, you know, weird, ugly, whatever you think of yourself, just strip the labels and be who you really are in truth. Um, I think you'll find that your energy levels will go way up. Your fears will go start slipping away because if you're not afraid to be who you really are, I mean, just think about the energy that you'd be taking off of yourself and setting to the side. Um, it's all about energy over here, and truth and dishonesty. You know, the two. You know, truth, not truth. I guess whatever.
mm-hmm.
Those two things. If you can stay in your truth and you can stay in that, then you'll notice a huge energetic flow open up. That's what I was looking for, like a flow.
And I think, Robbie, correct me if I'm wrong, but that also leads to self-acceptance and self-love. We stop trying to be something or someone we're not meant to be, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's true. And so, I mean, all the energy that you're putting into this fake persona, imagine if you don't have to be that person anymore. You can just
Right.
be the real you.
Right.
I mean, imagine it. Just imagine how that would feel. It's like you can just be yourself anywhere you want to be. I don't know. That to me, when I first came over here, that's one of the most beautiful, cool things about heaven, the other side, is that um, I don't have that burden anymore. There's no, and you could feel it. You could feel it in your chest. You can feel the burden. And once you cross over, once you die, pass, that's just gone. So
Yeah.
it's such a free feeling. It's just really, really cool. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I envy you that because you also don't worry about what other people think. You
Yeah.
stand in your own truth.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes here on earth we get so concerned as well, what's that person going to think of if I do this or say this or look like this or don't look like this?
Yeah.
Right? And if you can let that go, it really is freeing.
Yes. Yes. So, um, difficult people, if you can keep it in your head, if you can keep it in your mind that when you're having a conflict with someone,
Hmm.
whether it's a verbal conflict or you're just not getting along with your partner or whatever, your any conflict you have, any disharmony, that's a good way of putting it. Um, if you can remind yourself of, okay, something's off here. Where's the truth of this situation? Where is the truth? If you
Hmm.
can look for the truth, um, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to just get rid of a lot of problems that you're having. Releasing, blocking. It's almost like I'm being shown a beaver dam. When you're building up a big dam and holding all this back because you're afraid to be in truth. And then once you stop and look, well, wait a minute, what's the truth of this situation? Everything will flow again.
Hmm.
Everything flows forward. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Well, it does, and the word truth can carry so many different meanings, but another another way of saying it is, you said look for the truth in the situation. Also, for us, is it look for the lesson in the situation?
Yeah, I think it's interchangeable. I think that the truth and lesson can be the same thing.
Okay.
You're looking for the truth, you're going to find, oh, that's the lesson of this conflict.
Yeah, okay. Thank you
Yeah,
for clearing that up.
yeah, yeah.
So,
That's pretty cool how that works. I think about it, and um, to me, I've been thinking about it for a long time, ever since I came over here. Like, what is sort of the essence, the difference of truth is love, love is truth. And because if you can accept someone for who they are,
hmm,
even if maybe you don't like certain aspects of that person, if you can still love them anyway, accept the truth of who they are anyway, um, that's what it is to be over here, to just see everyone with love and through the eyes of truth. Um, Unconditional love is based on, I know the truth about you, and you know what? That's okay. You're okay however you are, wherever you are.
so Robbie, let me ask you this. So I have learned, I think, that each soul, each one of us is on a different journey, on a different, all our paths lead to the same place, but we're in a different part of that path. Some of us are further down the path than others. Um, do you see that on your side when you meet a soul? In other words, say, oh, I see you're just starting out on your path. Or you meet another soul and you go, oh, you're way ahead of me. Can you see that, Robbie, where you're at? Do you know where each soul is that you meet?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I mean, you just explained it all. It's, you can see, I don't know, kind of like a video game, you can see the different levels that
Okay.
someone has achieved, um, by what is it? It's like a feeling, and it's like, I don't know, you just recognize like-minded spirits. Because even over here, it's not like, oh, I just want to hang out with everybody here. Not really. I mean, I've got my people that I like to hang out with. That doesn't mean I dislike anybody. There, I just prefer certain souls that vibrate at the same energy level that I do.
Right.
And so, because they're going to get me more, right? They're going to get me, and I'm going to get them, and it's going to be cool. I mean,
Well, you bring up a good point, and I just did a talk yesterday about orbs. That's what you and I do our work together on. And I talk about the color of orbs, and the color of orbs are determined by the rate of vibration of that particular spirit when they come in. So up there, you're telling me you recognize like spirits. Do you feel their vibration up
yeah,
there?
yeah.
Okay.
That's what you feel. It's a feeling more than anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say feeling is the most important. That's kind of what you're left with when you pass. I mean, I could still see and hear, but feeling is the strongest. Energetic, feeling other people's energy.
So you toss around the word you're hanging out with other people or other people. So I'm going to ask this question. Do you actually see them as people where you are now? Do you see bodies, or do you only see their energy signatures?
That's interesting. No, I see bodies. I see, and it's really, it's what everyone prefers at any given situation. So it's
Mhm.
almost like we agree to create this situation. Let's pretend we're human again, and let's have our physical forms or not. I mean, there's places where I go that it's just like really cool. Like it's everyone's just, the balls of light are all arriving, and then you can decide when you're there, hey, let's all be in our human forms. Or what, it's almost like, you brought up a good point. You can do like a costume party. I mean, it's really funny. You can take on whatever form you want to take on.
Oh,
So yeah, sometimes we're animals. I mean, I
really?
hang out with a lot of animals here, and I like to be a dog. I'll just say it. I'll just say it out loud. I like to be a dog sometimes, and don't judge me. I mean, it's what I do over here. It's really fun. Yeah,
Is
it's
that
whatever you guys
because
want to do.
you like to be a dog, Robbie? Is that because dogs are such great emissaries of unconditional love?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that resonates well with you.
Well, yeah, and they like to play and have fun. I mean, over here, I mean, I could play with the dogs like a human, but why would I do that? It's a lot more fun to really be a dog and run around and play and wrestle and roll and, chase stuff. And yeah, yeah,
Well,
that's the most fun. I think that's one of the funnest things I like to do, to tell you the truth.
so when you surf, are you Robbie or are you a dog?
No, no, no. I don't think I'd want to surf as a dog.
Oh, okay. I have seen some. That's why I asked.
Well, right? No, I like being myself when I surf. Yeah, I like to be a human woman again.
So you brought up difficult people, and that
Yeah.
kind of goes into one of the things that I wanted to talk about, which was our soul contracts. Were you
Oh,
aware of your soul contract, Robbie, when you crossed to the other side? Were you given the knowledge of, well, this is what I went in and I was supposed to do, this is how I did?
yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, when you first cross over and you watch your life review,
Yeah.
yeah, I watched my life review. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, contracts.
Well, here's my understanding of it, and then you can expand on this. So it's my understanding from what I've read and heard that, we have a soul family up to X amount of souls that we pretty much incarnate with
Yeah,
time after time, each playing different roles.
yeah,
Some will be our antagonists, those difficult people in our lives. But they're doing that to teach our soul a lesson, yes?
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Like, was it agreed? Did we all agree that we're going to, you know,
Give each other a hard time about this
yeah.
one thing. Yeah. Yeah.
um, to a certain extent, uh, see how I can explain it. It's, I'll say yes and no because I know what you're talking about. And it's like there are certain agreements that you make, and like I will play a certain role in your life or you'll play a certain role, but not so much. It's so much free will down here, down on earth,
Mm-hmm.
on the earth plane. There's so much free will that it takes over. I don't know, I think that's the challenge, right? What you just described about, yeah, you've got these agreements on your side. No, it doesn't go so far into detail that, I'm supposed to antagonize you. That's not cool. I mean, you wouldn't plan that in heaven. You would plan, oh, I'm going to teach lessons in a certain way. So you come in with the intention that I want to teach this soul this. And it depends on then in your human skin how the lessons get transmitted and communicated. Um, Brian, what's up,
Speaking of dogs.
buddy? Hey, that's cool. That's really cool.
Okay, so that was my question about soul contract. So did you remember your particular soul contract, Robbie, when you got up there? Did you remember how much input you had into your soul contract before you incarnated?
Yeah. Yeah, you remember, and you know what it is. That's the thing. When you're over here on this side, everything's so great and so wonderful. It's like you can't even imagine how easy things are. And so it's almost like your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Like you're like, oh, I'm going to take this lesson and that lesson and this lesson, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And you get all excited for coming through. And then when you get into the human world, it's like, holy crap, no. Like I did not get that this was so intense that
Yeah, like
you just,
triple majoring in college, right?
yeah. I mean, yeah, you took too many classes. You bit off more than you could chew. And so I guess what I want to emphasize is that yes, over here in heaven, we agree that we'll play certain roles, but then humans can take it way too far,
Uh,
in the human form. And so everyone would do very well to remember unconditional love.
okay.
Parents to children, children to parents, um, sibling to sibling. I'm thinking of the most intense relationships, in your life is
Mm-hmm.
usually the way it is now anyway, the family that you're raised with. And, give people a break, give each other a break. Don't
Yeah.
be so hard on each other.
Well, isn't that the truth? We're all just doing the best we can, and that's
Yeah.
hard to remember sometimes. So let me ask you one more question that I wrote down because this kind of goes in with what you're talking about. Karma.
Yeah.
What did you learn about karma when you first got over to the other side?
Okay. One thing about that is, yeah, the biggest thing that I could say right now about it is that it really is instant karma. I mean, things have speeded up. The energetic vibrations of Earth are so fast and furious now
Uh,
that uh, bam! I mean, you're getting your karma with every decision you make, every action you take. It's almost instantaneous now. There's almost no delay. So
wow.
that's interesting. And
It hasn't always been like that.
no, No,
Hmm.
no,
Okay.
it used to be you could wait years to maybe, you know?
Or other
And
lifetimes.
yeah, right? But now it's no instant. It really is. Yeah,
Mm.
there that song exists for a reason. Yeah,
Oh, the Beatles song,
yeah,
Instant
instant
Karma's
karma.
gonna get you.
Yeah, yeah. Just know, it's the law of one. It's the everything comes back to the law of one, which to me is really cool. That you just treat others how you want to be treated.
Hmm.
Case closed. I
Yeah.
mean, what more is there?
Yeah. So we're heading towards our half an hour mark, and I try to keep these channeling sessions to that. But because it is Christmas, Robbie, for us down here, would you like to say something to everyone? Would you like to give us a message, maybe from somebody important on the other side?
Oh, yo, yeah. Are we discussing Jesus?
Perhaps.
Yeah, be well, all are one. And yeah, do good unto others in his name.
Mm.
That's what he said. I mean, I can't add much more to it.
Is he right there with you?
Yeah, I mean, that's how it is here. You presence, you say that name. And when, like, the saying, when two or more are gathered in his name,
Hmm.
um, he's there. Well, I mean, when my name's spoken, I'm there. When anyone's name is spoken, they're there. You're there. So just know that it really matters what you do. It matters how you treat others.
Yeah.
The smallest things matter. Um, I think at Christmas time and all the time, you should always remember how you treat others is what you will get back.
And it's funny because I was just telling somebody earlier that there's a quote by Saint Francis of Assisi, and it basically says, the only things that you can take with you when you die are the things that you've given away, which is love and compassion and kindness. And so
True.
I think, we can be a lot of things, but if you can be anything, be kind, right? Especially this time of year, but always.
Yes. And I guess what I want to say is people forget that it really is the little things that matter,
Mm-hmm.
how you talk to somebody on the phone, the expression on your face when you're talking to someone, uh, that matters. The way you treat others, I can't emphasize it enough. It really matters. Yeah, it makes a difference in the imprint of your soul. What the actions that you take in the physical world are actually imprinting upon your soul.
Really?
Yeah. So everything you do and have ever done, when you get over there, you get to take off, it's all going to be seen. Your soul is seen for what it is. And what did you learn? And here's the lessons that you learned. And here's the kindnesses that you did. Here's the good things, the bad things. Everything is right there for everyone to see. And that's what gets put into your life review.
Here's the truth.
Yeah, the truth.
Yeah. Back to your first word, truth.
Yeah.
So, all right, my son. Well, with that, I'm going to thank you and thank Marty and wish everybody a very happy holiday and a blessed new year. And we'll ask Marty to come back, Robbie. And thanks for being with us. We'll talk again
Okay.
soon, okay?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too, honey.
All right.
Thank
Okay.
you all for watching. We wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.